So, the other day I'm talking to my cousin, right? He sees a rainbow flag on a storefront in March and gets confused. He goes, "Trevor, isn't it a bit early for the party? The parade isn't until June." And I had to stop him right there. A party? The parade? It's like thinking the Super Bowl is just about the halftime show. For so many people, Pride is this one-dimensional thing. A colorful parade, some great music, maybe a brunch special involving glitter. But what if that's just the tip of the rainbow-colored iceberg? Before we dive in, let's get one thing straight, so to speak. Pride, at its very core, is not just a party. It's a protest. It's a declaration. It's the collective voice of a community saying, "We are here. We have always been here. And we deserve the same dignity and rights as everyone else." It started because people were tired of being arrested, beaten, and shamed just for who they were and who they loved. It exists because that fight isn't over. While it includes celebration, because joy is its own form of resistance, its roots are planted in the soil of struggle. A powerful reminder, the first Pride was a riot, not a parade with corporate sponsors. So, what are we doing here today? We're going to take a closer look at that iceberg. We're going to bust 15 of the biggest myths and misconceptions about Pride, using a little bit of history, a few facts, and a lot of real-world perspective. This isn't about pointing fingers. Most of us learn in bits and pieces, like assembling IKEA furniture without the instructions. We're here to find the instructions, put the pieces together, and understand the full picture. Our goal is simple: to have a conversation. We'll look at everything from its history to modern-day relevance, from big cities to small towns. By the end, when you see that rainbow flag, any month, you'll see a story of resilience, a fight for justice, and a global community. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and let's get into it. All right, let's tackle the big one. Pride is just a parade. You see the images every June: floats, music, people dancing, incredible outfits. Saying that's all Pride is like saying a wedding is only about the cake. You're missing the commitment, the history, the family drama, everything that led to that moment. Pride began as a protest. New York City, 1969, Stonewall Inn. Raids were common, brutal and humiliating, led by trans women of color, Marsha P. Johnson, Sylvia Rivera. People fought back. For days. A year later, the first marches commemorated that uprising. Over time, Pride became both protest and celebration. Today, it's an ecosystem. Safe spaces for youth, legal clinics, sober events, family picnics, art shows, and memorials for those lost. Parade footage misses the quiet lifelines, helplines, lobbying, support groups. The parade is the exhale. The inhale is daily unseen work. Protest, party, memorial, lifeline, all at once. Myth 2, Pride is exclusively for gay people. The acronym tells a bigger story. LGBTQ+. L is for lesbian, G for gay, B for bisexual, T for transgender, Q for queer or questioning, and the plus, pansexual, asexual, intersex, non-binary, and more. Each group has unique experiences and reasons to feel pride. For me, pride isn't about who I'm attracted to, but the freedom not to be defined by attraction at all. It's about being seen as a whole person. And there are allies, straight and cis people saying, "Your fight is my fight." Parents marching with their trans child. Friends with "Love is love" signs. Co-workers with rainbow stickers. At Pride you see every race, every age, every gender identity, every sexuality. Families, faith groups, and co-workers all together. Pride celebrates a specific community and invites everyone who believes in love and equality. Myth 3. We're done. Marriage equality happened. Mission accomplished. Yes, progress is real. But a marriage license isn't a shield against job loss, housing denial, or harassment. In the US, protections are a patchwork. Safety and dignity still vary, especially for trans women of color facing high rates of violence. Myth 4. The LGBTQ+ community is a monolith. The acronym itself says otherwise. Alphabet soup, many flavors, many struggles. Intersectionality means we're all more than one thing. Sexuality, gender, race, class, immigration status, all intersecting. A wealthy white gay lawyer in a NYC penthouse lives a different reality than a transgender immigrant seeking asylum. Both under the umbrella, not the same life. If you only fight for the marketable stereotype, you're not fighting for queer liberation. Strength comes from supporting all of it, every race, class, ability, and country. Myth 5. Pride excludes straight people. Why no straight pride? Every day is straight pride. Representation is everywhere. Pride focuses where the harm is. If one house is on fire, you send the hoses there. It's about safety, not exclusion. Allies are the neighbors who call 911, bring blankets, offer a place to stay. Pride invites allies to show up and support. Some spaces are queer only for safety and healing, like support groups. That's not exclusion, that's care. For a few events, the world's default flips. Come as an ally. Listen, learn, support, celebrate. Myth 6. Pride is just for big cities. In small towns worldwide, pride looks like heart-forward community. No giant headliners, still powerful. Hand-painted signs, potlucks, 20 people in a park who finally feel less alone. Organizers juggle day jobs, permits, venues, shoestring budgets, proving pride is determination, not location. Online, pride connects across miles. Live streams, discords, virtual marches. From Jasper, Alabama to rural Australia, pride can flourish anywhere. It's not city size, it's heart size. Next, pride's history is deeper than most of us were taught. Myth 7. Pride is a new trend. Many start at Stonewall 1969 and see a void before. History says otherwise. Communities formed in secret, codes shared, rights pursued for decades. Society for Human Rights, 1924, Weimar clubs, early petitions and protests. Stonewall was a spark. The tinder was decades of quiet organizing. Mattachine, Daughters of Bilitis, annual reminders at Independence Hall. 1970 marches weren't a beginning, they were a culmination. The movement shifted from quiet acceptance to proud visibility. The history is deep, complex, and full of forgotten heroes. Calling it recent erases their courage. Reducing pride to sex is like saying the Super Bowl is only a leather ball, missing strategy, teamwork, halftime, culture. The T matters. For many, it's about identity, being recognized as who they are. Marsha, Sylvia, Stonewall's legacy. Public health is core history. The AIDS crisis. ACT UP's die-ins. Silence as death. Fighting for care, research, compassion. Pride is family recognition, art and culture, safe schools, equitable healthcare, identity, community, survival, and joy. If you've seen one pride, you've seen them all. It's a buffet, not a set menu. From massive corporate parades in NYC or Sao Paulo to sponsor-free handmade sign marches, each serves its community. In some nations, it's defiance under threat. Elsewhere, a vigil. In others, faith-based pride in churches, synagogues, mosques. Saying pride is just a parade is like saying a library is just books. Every event is a different story. A protest in Poland, a family picnic in rural Tennessee, a massive Madrid festival, different, valid, part of one resilient story. Next, pride belongs to all ages. Myth 10. Pride is a young person's game. Perfect abs, body paint, pop anthems. Fun, yes, but incomplete. Elders built this movement. Stonewall, first marches, Asit Up. They're living archives of resilience. Programs connect youth and elders, storytelling, mentorship, senior housing, so history and wisdom are passed down. Elders lead parades, dykes on bikes, strength in motion. A grandfather holding his husband's hand at 75, finally safe. Pride is intergenerational. Youth bring energy and new ideas. Elders bring history, wisdom, and grounding. Myth 11. Rights are equal worldwide. Data says otherwise. Stark disparities across the globe. Over 30 countries have marriage equality and anti-discrimination protections. Nearly 70 still criminalize same-sex relations. Some impose death. Even without explicit bans, persecution, propaganda, and vigilante violence create fear. Organizing can mean arrest. International solidarity amplifies voices, supports underground networks, and pressures governments to change. Marching freely is a privilege, and a responsibility to remember those who can't. Myth 12. It's just politics. Yes, rights and laws are central, but pride is also culture, community, and healing. Politics is the foundation. Art, music, food, and fellowship are the life inside the house. Policy opens the door. Community helps you walk through it. Laughs, tears, art, togetherness. Pride is protest, party, memorial, and support group, all in one. Fight in the morning, drag show in the afternoon, serious and fabulous. It's not just changing laws, it's changing hearts and minds. Sometimes with a killer playlist and a whole lot of love. Myth 13. No connection to history? Every flag, parade, and cheer stands on the shoulders of giants. Marsha P. Johnson, Sylvia Rivera, Harvey Milk, Star Housing Queer Youth. Christopher Street Liberation Day, 1970. Defiance turned tradition. Act Up. Die-ins, silence, shock or death. Today's health booths are direct legacies of community care in crisis. When you see glitter and floats, also see the ghosts of pride past marching alongside. Myth 14. Pride expires July 1st. Discrimination and need don't check the calendar. Community centers, mental health support, hotlines, shelters, 24/7, 365. Legal fights happen in every month that ends with ARI, IL, or UST. November's Transgender Day of Remembrance. December 1st, World AIDS Day. History won't fit in 1 month. June is a spotlight. The show goes on long after the lights dim. Myth 15. Superiority. No. Pride isn't the opposite of humility. It's the opposite of shame. It's, I am just as worthy as you, not I'm better. Claim your seat at the table. Don't flip it. Gay, lesbian, bi, trans, non-binary, fights are stronger together. A threat to one is a threat to all. My existence is not up for debate. My right to happiness is not conditional. My pride declares my worth. Pride is a message of profound equality, the dignity of being seen and celebrated. So, what have we learned? So, there you have it. 15 myths busted. Pride is more than a June parade, a protest with deep roots, a diverse, inclusive movement, a year-round fight for dignity. It's political, personal, cultural, a declaration of existence and a celebration of survival. A living, breathing thing that evolves every day. The journey of understanding never ends. Keep learning, listen to different experiences, respect the many ways to be proud. Support the organizations doing the work, not just in June, but November, February, and beyond. Celebrate the diversity that makes our world vibrant. Every story, every identity adds a vital thread. If this helped you see pride in a new light, hit like, subscribe for more myth-busting, and share it with someone who might need it. We've linked incredible organizations in the description. Learn more, get involved. What does pride mean to you? What's your story? Drop a comment. This is a conversation we all share. Stay curious, stay compassionate. We'll see you next time.